Thank you for tuning in to Glorious Vision Television. My name is Tope Oginni, and you are welcome to Live Tips. For those who are just tuning into this program, this is Live Tips. It's a program designed for all categories of human, and it is an educative and informative program designed to offer safety advice, to give you safety information, and to guide you in all areas where safety matters are concerned. It is to help you to guide against every possible dangers that may come your way in and out of the home. It is to help you to know your safety rights and your safety responsibilities and how you are supposed to react in any emergency situations. It is to help you to be safety conscious. This is what Live Tips is all about. So on today's episode of Live Tips, we're already in the raining season, and there's need for everyone to be safe. There's need for everyone to take some precautions so that you will not be harmed, you will not be hurt, or you will not find yourself where you are not supposed to find yourself. So we want to talk about how we can be safe during this rainy season. I want you to know that when we are talking about life tips concerning rainy season, it's at so many angles in which I'll be looking at it. I'm going to be looking at the roadside of the rainy season, the pedestrian, and every other things that you need to know during this rainy season in order to keep safe. So, like I said, today we want to look at road safety in the raining season. You need to drive smart and stay safe during this raining season. If you are a driver, if you are a car owner, you are a private car owner, you are a commercial driver, please, you need to drive smart. You need to drive very, very careful, because a lot of accidents normally happen during this season as a result of somebody who did not drive carefully, who did not drive smartly. So today, like I said, we want to look at some of the things that you need to know as somebody that will be using the road during this rainy season. The rainy season brings much needed relief from heat and helps our environment thrive. We just come into the rainy season. Like about 2 months ago, many people were still in the heat season that were complaining of too much of heat. And everybody was like praying that, it should just start raining. We want the rain to come now, because this season, this heat is just too much. Now the rain is here. But it also brings increased risk, especially on the road. Wet surfaces, reduced visibility, and sudden flooding can turn your everyday travel into a life-threatening experience if precautions are not taken. So I will reiterate that as a driver, no matter what it is that you want to drive, as long as you are going to be using the road, please, you need to be very, very extra careful during this season. So whether you are a driver, a motorcyclist, or a pedestrian, it is important to understand how to stay safe when the roads are slippery and it is raining. Why rain makes roads dangerous? We need to know, why do you think that the rain makes the road to be very dangerous? Rain mixes with dirt and oil on the road, creating a surface that reduces retraction. Heavy rain and fog can limit what you see ahead and behind. Water on the road can also hide potholes or cause a vehicle to stall or drift. When it rains heavily and the road is just full of water, you need to be very careful, because the rainwater will cover so many potholes that may be hidden to you, may not see them. So you need to drive. That is one of the reasons why you need to drive very, very carefully. Vehicles take more time and space to stop when roads are wet, because of the wet surface, because of the rain, because of the water that is already filling up the road. You need to be very, very careful, because vehicles are going to be taking more time, to maneuver their way out of the road as a result of the water. So let's look at some of the essential safety tips for you as a driver that you are going to be driving in this rainy season. Check your vehicle before you drive. Make sure your tires have good tread and proper air pressure. Confirm your headlights brake lights and wipers are working. I know especially for commercial vehicles, you will always see them. And in fact, God will help us with some of our commercial drivers. Sometimes you will see them when it is raining heavily. You see them with clothes, with towel. They will be cleaning from inside. This is something that they should have gotten a wipers. You know, they know that this is raining season and it's going to be raining. So you should have prepared your car for all of these issues, all of these car issues before it even starts raining. But no, our commercial drivers, and I know some private car owners too, who are very careless too, will not do that. But it is very essential that you do that. So please refill wiper fluid and check your brakes regularly. Always ensure that during a time like this, during this rainy season, if you have to go out, if it is a must that you must go out, ensure that you check your tires, ensure that your brake lights, everything about your car is working properly. Your headlights, you know, sometimes you can go out and you think that you are going to come back early. And again, one thing that is very common to rainy season again is traffic jam. There will be so many traffic jam in so many areas as a result of bad roads, flooding, and all the rest of them. So you need to be extra very, very careful. Then reduce your speed. Drive slower than usual to avoid uncontrolled movement. Wet roads require longer stopping time, so you need to reduce the rate at which you have been speeding during this rainy season, even though there's speed limit for every vehicle. So for every area, you need to know that. So it's not just even in the rainy season, but during rainy season, it can even have greater impact on you and your car than ever. That's why you need to reduce whatever speed in which you have been driving that you know is not safe. You know to yourself that it's not safe. Keep a safe distance. Maintain at least a 3-second gap from the vehicle ahead of you. You must always, in this part of the world, I don't know, they hardly do that. You try to do it, it's like you are creating a space for another car to overtake. They don't understand it, that for every driver, you must maintain at least a 3-second gap from the vehicle that is ahead of you. Yes, that is just the standard. But in this type of in this part of the world, if you do that, it's like you are creating a chance for another vehicle to overtake you and go in before you, not understanding that it's not because you are trying to create a space for them, but it's very, very important. So increase the distance during this heavy rain or this cloudy, there will be cloudy atmosphere. So you need to create that gap. It is very, very important that you maintain that gap in a time like this. Use your headlights. Headlights are used to help you to see the road ahead, to make your vehicle visible to others, especially in low light or poor weather conditions like rain or at night. So always use your headlights, not hazards. Hazard lights are emergency flashers when there's headlights and there's hazard light. So now what the hazard light does is, hazard lights are used to warn drivers that your car is in trouble or that there's a dangerous situation ahead. So headlight is different from hazard light. So during this period, use more of your headlights. Use more of your headlight. Turn on your headlights during rain, even during the day. Use hazard lights only when your car is stationary or in an emergency situation, not while driving, not while. So headlights are used to help you to see the road. So you must, in this raining season, please always ensure that you use more of your headlights, not your hazard lights. Like I said, hazard lights are meant to be used when there's a problem with your car or there's some emergency ahead of you. But headlights are used to help you to see the road ahead and to make your vehicle visible to others, especially in low light or poor weather conditions like rain or at night. So during this period, please use more of your headlight. So if it is not working, go and try to work on it and make it work. Avoid flooded roads. Don't drive through standing or moving water because you don't know what lies beneath. Don't drive through standing or moving water because you don't know what lies beneath this water. So you need to be very, very careful. Flood water can be deeper than it looks on the surface and can stall your engine or sweep your car away. It can damage your car. So in a time like this, please, any flooded area or anywhere you see that there's water, standing water, moving water, when you want to drive into it, please, you need to be very, very careful. Even sometimes it can even lead to some dangerous accident. I know some drivers, when they are driving, because we've talked about speed, they know how to speed very well. They will even speed to the extent that they will just bump into the water and splash the water on passers-by. This is not just right. This is rainy season. There are many drivers that are used to doing that. Please stop that. You are driving and you know that pedestrians that are walking ahead of you. The best thing you can do is, as you are moving closer to them, you reduce your speed. You reduce your speed, not driving so fast to the extent that you bump into waters and you splash the water on other people because you are driving. This is not safe. Please, let us try and avoid that as well, because I see that happen too most times during rainy season. So please don't just drive through any standing or moving water. Flood water can be deeper than what it looks on the surface. So try and ensure that you know what it's all about before you just drive into it. Stay focused and calm. Stay focused and calm. Avoid distractions like mobile phones or loud music. Keep your both hands on the steering wheel and stay alert for sudden stops and obstacles. This is the time to stay focused and calm. This is the time to stay focused. Avoid any form of distraction during this rainy season. This is not the time to be pressing your phone. This is not the time to loud your music to the extent that you are not even hearing noises that can cause any harm to you or to your vehicle. You need to be alert during a period like this. So please, it's very, very important that you keep both your hands. Avoid distractions. Yes, avoid distractions is very, very important. Then in case of any heavy downpour, pull over to a safe location and wait for visibility to improve. It's not a must that you must drive through a very heavy downpour. Once you see that this rain is just down too heavy, please try and pull over to a safe location and wait for visibility to improve. When there's heavy downpour, it comes with cloudy atmosphere that you see everywhere suddenly becomes cloudy, that it becomes very difficult for you even to see clearly or to see ahead of you. How can you imagine yourself driving in a cloudy atmosphere and you are driving like that? You can't even see what is ahead of you. That is not just right. No matter where you are going to, no matter how late you are, please, it is not safe in this rainy season. So what am I saying? In case of any heavy downpour, please, 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 always pull over to a safe location. Wait for it to calm down and also wait for visibility to improve. Why do you think that during situations like this, airplanes will always tell you, if you want to fly, they will tell you they can't fly because of the weather. There's bad weather, there's poor weather. They will always tell you like that. So the same thing applies to when you are driving on the road too. There are poor weather, there are bad weather, there are poor visibility that you should not even drive at that particular time. You should just pull over somewhere and wait for clear visibility, wait for the rain to calm down before you start to continue on your journey. And with that, you can be safe. Keep your hazard lights on if you are parked on the roadside. As you park, we just talked about that when there's heavy downpour. What you need to do at that time is, because everywhere is now cloudy, the atmosphere is cloudy, and the car that is coming behind you too may not know that you pull up in a place and park there. So what you need to do, this is where your hazard light now comes in. You now ensure that your hazard light is on. This is to tell whoever that is coming behind you, the next driver that is coming behind you, that the situation is not safe and you need to be careful. So once they see that hazard light, for every driver that understand driving will know that something is not right, and they will just ensure that they don't drive behind you. So please keep your hazard light if you know you are going to be pulling up to a safe location to get a visibility study. Never speed or rush during heavy rain. Never speed. Please, in this rainy season, you need to reduce your speed. I'm reiterating this. Please, you need to reduce your speed and your rush during this rainy season. A lot of people have speed like that and speed their life to death. They are no more today. A lot of people have rushed and they have rushed their life to death. Even those that are not dead, they are living with one disability or the other, one form of disability or the other. And I'm sure you wouldn't want that to be your portion. Yes, I know that you always pray before you leave your house, but the Bible didn't just advise us to pray. The Bible said, watch and pray. So as you are praying, you have prayed before you leave your own. The essence of the prayer is for God to guide you through that day's journey. So once you come out, the Holy Spirit is still with you, is answering your prayer, and there are some things that it will be telling you, your instinct will be telling you some things. Don't slow down. Don't go that route. Wait for that water. Wait for this. You too. Learn to listen to instructions once you have prayed. Don't say that you have prayed and you are now just driving recklessly, that after I have prayed and God should just do the rest. It doesn't work that way. That's why I said watch and pray. You too, you must, as you have prayed, you must also be watchful when you are out there. So please, never speed or rush during this heavy rain. Getting there alive is more important than getting there fast. What is the essence of getting there fast and, getting there fast with some form of disabilities or some form of issues? So it's always better you get there alive and with every part of your body complete. In conclusion, driving during this rainy season doesn't have to be dangerous. If you take the right precautions, yes, it doesn't have to be dangerous at all. It is you that you are making it dangerous because you are not doing what you are supposed to do. Look at some of the safety tips that I've just mentioned. Now, only if you can follow them, you will see that you will have a safe trip and a one that is very free from any form of troubles or whatever. So please, driving during the rainy season doesn't have to be dangerous if you can take the right precautions. Always stay informed, be patient, and ensure that you stay informed by what? Ensuring that you are listening to weather forecasts. In a time like this, you need it. Very, very important. There are some weather forecasts that will tell you that the weather is going to rain heavily. There's going to be downpour in some certain part of Nigeria today, or some part of wherever your city, wherever you are located. The weather forecast will always tell you it's going to be sunny today. It's going to rain a little bit. It's going to be cloudy. It's going to be this. So you will know how to arrange your movements as you are going, and you will know whether you should go out now or you should change. You should reschedule that your movement. You should rebook your appointment if you know that it's not going to be safe. So it's always good that you listen to weather forecast, because it will really help you to know how you can arrange your movement as you are going. And sometimes most of these things too will help you in the sense that it will let you know that, it is you should do some things right before you step out of your home. So stay informed, be patient, and remember, safety starts with you. Safety will always start with you. When you do what you are supposed to do, then you will be safe. But when you fail to do what you are supposed to do or obey safety rules, safety instructions, safety precautions, then there will be trouble. There will definitely be trouble. So whether it is checking your car, whether it is slowing down or avoiding flood water, talking about staying informed, there are some times that they will tell you that there are some areas that are already flooded. Maybe you are thinking of going through that route. The moment you stay focused or you stay informed by listening to weather forecasts and listening to every other information during this rainy season that has to do with this rainy season, I'm telling you, you will know. You will not just go and bump into floods or bump into roads that are very bad and it will damage your car or even cause some kind of injuries to you. So it is always good that you stay informed. Whether it is checking your car, like I said, slowing down, or avoiding flood waters. These simple actions, these simple tips can help to save your lives and that of your loved one. Let us all do our part to stay safe on the road during this rainy season, and everybody will always live to tell a good story. Nobody will tell your story for you, because once you are dead and you are gone, people will definitely come and tell your story for you. But when you are still alive, you'll be able to tell your story by yourself. And that is the reason why, please, we're already in the rainy season, and it is already raining in some parts of the country. Please, you need to be very, very careful. Always ensure that you stay informed, you get every information that you need to get, prepare whatever you need to prepare before you step out, especially for drivers, and whether you are a private car owner or you are a commercial car owner, as long as you are going to be using the road and you are going to be driving on that particular road, please, you need to drive carefully and stay safe during this rainy season. Thank you. To this, I've come to the end of this episode. Thank you everyone who has joined me on today's episode of Life Tips. Thank you, production crew, for making today's production a great success. Until I come your way again on another exciting episode of Life Tips, I remain your host, Tope Oginni. Don't forget, on Life Tips, we will always help you to stay alert so that you don't get hurt. Thank you and bye for now.